everybody. Rides and Ties Adventures. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So today's video is going to be about the snowplow on this 2025 Outlander XTP Max. Two reasons why I'm doing this video. The first reason is, when I last had a quad ATV, it was, I believe, a 2010 Kodiak Grizzly, something like Kodiak, whatever the hell it was. And in order to mount the plow, I had to put a plate underneath the ATV. I had to climb underneath it, pin some couple pins in, and that was where I had to mount the plow. And then obviously with the front winch, that's where I connected it to. So things have changed with the CanAms over the years, and I'll be honest with you, much like a lot of other people that I hear in the comments, the Facebook groups, the chat forums, is they're not too sure how they actually get connected to the ATV. So I want to do a video for two reasons. One is to show you exactly how it gets connected to the ATV. And the second reason is because in one of the previous videos I said that I would. So this is what we're going to do. So, and I'm going to go in, kind of in detail as to, as far as the pulley. You can see the pulley here in a couple minutes. I just got basically showing at the front of the ATV right now where the winch is connected, the fair lead, and I'll show you the dead end where the hook is actually connected to the front bumper. So stick with me. But before we get too far, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, leave some comments. If there's something that you would like in a little bit more detail, leave a comment. I have no problem, doing a couple more videos on some material that you guys would like. So this is not necessarily the proper way to do things. This is just how I do things. So, take it for what it is, just some experience. I want to preface this by saying that, I'm a hoisting engineer. That's my trade. I know a little bit about line poles. I know a little bit about cables, synthetic ropes, braking strengths. I know a lot of that stuff. So I'm going to throw out some numbers as we go through the video and kind of give you some information. So let's get at this installation of this plow, and let me show you how easy it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply walk up to the front of the machine, power it on. I'm going to disable headlights because I don't want that shining in my face as I'm doing this. I've now got it connected to the front of the plow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed out a little bit of the synthetic rope. Going to maybe that's going to be just enough, just simply like that. And you're going to see these two lugs here. They don't come from factory. You actually have to buy that, which I believe it's something like 90 bucks Canadian. For my American friends, that's like $15 your cost. And I'm just going to simply take up on the synthetic rope with the winch. So I'm going to power it up. Connected. That is as easy as it is. I'm just going to peel a little bit synthetic rope off. Put that back in its little storage spot. Take a little bit of weight onto the winch. Connected. Okay? That's as simple as it is. So let me move the camera because I want to show you the pulley. I want to show you the dead end on the bumper, everything that I've got going on with this plow, just to give you an idea. But like I say, there's so many guys, Facebook groups, chat forums, that don't know exactly how the plow gets connected. And for guys that have had the CanAms and the ATVs for years and they've been hooking it up this way, I get it. But there's a lot of new people that don't. That's what the reasons of the video, okay? So yeah, let me get set up for the next shot and go over a couple more things. Pulled the camera back just to give you a little bit wider shot. So here you can see pretty much exactly the way I have it connected to the plow and back to the ATV. So you can see that I've got the synthetic rope, which is, I believe it's 3/16 synthetic rope. Bought that from the dealer when I bought the ATV. Had that changed from the wire rope that was on there to the synthetic. Couldn't be any happier. I like the synthetic. So, and then I've got it down to a little bit of a pulley there, which I'm going to talk to you in a couple minutes about that, because I'm not the happiest with that, even though it does the job, it does it well. And what I'm doing is, with a 3,500 pound winch, I'm essentially doubling my pulling strength of that line to 7,000. In a perfect world, 7,000 pounds. Okay. Now, I don't know for sure that I'm going to get 3,500 line pull on that winch. I may, but the fact is, it is going to double. That's the mechanical advantage of that little pulley. It's going to give me twice as much pulling power out of that winch. Now, the angles, yes, that'll all come into effect. So that's why I say you're not going to get 7,000s out of it. So you're going to get plenty enough. Now, what I'm going to show you now is a pulley that I had connected to this plow up until recently. And I got this at Princess Auto, which is our, I guess, our equivalent of our American friends, your Harbor Freight. And if you want to just have a look at that, okay? Have a look at that. And what had happened was I got into a little bit of a snowbank and it was froze to the ground. I was underneath it. And it got caught on the ice. And when I lifted it with the winch, because this has a braking strength, a safe working load of only, I believe it was 600 pounds, with the pulling power of the winch, I actually pulled this pulley apart, which was a shame because, this is a 3-inch pulley. It worked great until it didn't work at all and it just blew up. So what I liked about this was for two things. Obviously, because it was a 3-inch pulley, but the second was I knew that that was the weakest part of this whole setup here. I knew that if something was going to fail, it was going to be that little pulley. And sure enough, that's exactly where it failed. So I went back down to Princess Auto and I seen a pulley there. Actually, a friend of mine went down, a coworker went and picked it up for me, but I seen it online. I thought this may just be the trick. Now, the problem that I foresee with this is the fact that that pulley is only 1 3/4 inches. I would like it to be a little bit bigger. In a perfect world, it would be great if there was a bearing in there, but it just seems like it's just a simple pin together and press together. Not really much of anything. So I'm going to be on the prowl for another pulley. It's connected to the front of the plow. So as you can see, because I have tracks on, I had to get the 12-inch extension on the plow mount itself. So you'll see that there is a 12-inch extension, and that allows me to actually have 2 mounting points, or actually pickup points for the winch. So you'll see one mid and then one up towards the plow itself. So yeah, and then I've got a what do I call that? An axle strap. An axle strap. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I got that as well from Princess Auto. And all I've done is I've turned that in and I choked that so that my dead end is on the bumpers. Now I put it there probably because I felt that that was actually the strongest part of the bumper. I didn't want to go over to the side where it's mounted to the frame because it would just pull a little bit sideways on my winch. I want to keep everything in line with the winch itself. So when the synthetic rope recoiled on the winch itself, it kind of spooled properly. I put a softener on there, a little rag, and all I'm doing is just protecting the paint. So I haven't taken that off. After the season, I'm sure it's going to chafe a little bit and probably take a little of that powder coating off. But that is essentially how the plow gets mounted, the pulley system. And I'll tell you, let me just pull back here and I'm going to go up on the plow a little bit and you can see. It timed out on me. Let me just turn the lights off again. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And I'm going to pull this light out of here because as I go up with the plow, it's going to knock it over. And then we're going to go down. So this does two things. Is it significantly slows it. You know, it's half as fast as what it would normally be. So if you had a direct line right to that mount, that plow would be whippy. It would be up and down. This really slows it down, so you got more control over the plow itself. And let me just take you back even further. Let me show you about this plow as well. I had installed a back drag blade. So you'll see the back drag blade just sitting here swiveling. And what happens as I'm going into, say, in front of a fence, a garage door, a house, a door, man door, whatever, I just simply go up and I put the plow down right as far as I can go. And right there, I'm able to actually back drag, and it does a fantastic job back dragging. I'll be honest with you, it's almost as clean as when I'm pushing with the front of the plow. The weight of the plow pushes it down onto that back drag blade and really, really cleans it up well. It does a really nice job. I wasn't too sure when I first ordered it, but I'm happy that I did, because it's a really handy tool to have mounted. And it just adds a little bit of weight. It's probably, I'm going to say, a good 35, maybe even 40 pounds added. Alrighty. So that is pretty much, you know, it's a standard plow. The mill board, you'll see it's a little bit higher on the right side than it is on this side. When I angle the blade, it kind of just, let me just show you here. I hate doing that. I hate holding the camera with one hand and trying to do something. I got to stand. I don't know why the hell I don't use that. So you'll see how much room I have between the track and the plow itself. So same thing when I angle it to the right. I've still got, I don't know what that, a man's measurement, 6 inches. I'm going to say that's what that is. Alrighty. So I'm going to put that back straight. Now, I also want to show you when I dismount it and I take the plow off, what you actually do. So I'm going to lower it down. When I lower it down, I got to do two things. I got to reach to the winch control, and I have to pull back this back drag blade, because if not, it's just going to sit on the back drag blade itself. Okay. Pull this back out. Now, in order for me to get this plow off itself, easier if I got a better angle at it, but that's it. So I hope that gives anybody that is kind of curious as far as, you know, how these plows are mounted, it gives you some information. There's not a lot out there. I don't know why. But I also have another modification coming up for the snowplow. I don't want to reveal that yet because I want you to keep coming back. Hope you get some great information from the videos. Again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you're interested in, and I'll try and get at it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.